Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I see Jacob Chanjay checking in early. Any new viewers and subscribers visiting us for the first time, welcome. All of my members, thank y'all so much for your support. That's Cars checking in. Any old heads, that's Jungle Space Cowboy. What's up, Louise? He said, good morning from the Philippines, man. Yeah, you're here again. The Alpha JSW Secrets to Success. He said, let's see if we are going live today. If not, I'm docking Cal's pay. Yeah, man, we had the brownout. And that was a brownout today, but it was because it was a fire. They were able to get it under control. What's up? What time is it, Travis? Anybody catching us on the live stream? I mean the replay, sorry. The peso is 57.41. A great rate. What's up to Everyday Alpha? The topic today is the question of who eats first in the house in the Philippines is never debated over here. The man occupies his rightful place in society and the household in the Philippines. We're going to talk about that today. Talk about it more. I want y'all's input about that, because especially nowadays in the black community, these black women, and I'm not picking on black women, but this is one of their favorite topics. Oh, I feed my kids first. Yeah, because you're getting the food stamps and all that, the FDC. But man, we finally got some rain last night. It's not enough. I'm not complaining though. Okay. It's just a little sprinkling. But it sure showed up on my electric bill, man. I've got an electric bill, $12,912. I mean, it's the most ever since I've been coming to the Philippines. Actually, they said I used 1/3 more power last month than I did the previous month. And then not only that, but they charged me 20% more kilowatts per kilowatt. It was 11.9. It went up to 14.6. And then they said that I used, basically 40% more power, man. They kicked my butt. What's up, man? Soul Snatch, he said, I missed you yesterday. Here you had a brownout. Yeah, what's on the topic today? You know that old subject they try to bring up, who eats first? Do you serve the man first or the children? And when we do talk about it, because I want to talk about the video I did today, we're not talking about neglecting any children. We're saying, all things being equal, there's enough to eat in the house. Who does a woman serve first? Well, the answer's clear over here. And that's what we're going to talk about. Well, it lasted about 2.5 hours yesterday. That's the way I feel. But let's talk about the video I did today about the thought that all foreigners in the Philippines it's rich, it's not silly, because it's the truth. And Kaz, I got that from you because we was discussing this yesterday. He said that if we were rich, we'd be somewhere else. Well, we are rich over here. Remember, you're not in your country anymore. And this is hard to do, to erase that sort of thinking. That's why I say, come over here, settle down, get settled in, and look around and see how things move and everything, how things operate over here. Because you're rich over here. Most of the people, the men that I deal with over here, they're considered rich in the Philippines. Remember, it's relative to Filipinos, to the typical Filipino. You never convince him that you're not rich because you are compared to them. That's why they tell you that. Look at the degree of difficulty it takes for them just to earn $10. You got to work all day. That's if you got a good job. But this is the sort of thinking, I know it doesn't make sense to you. It's never going to make sense to you. It's not supposed to. You're in the Philippines. You're not at home. $3,808 per month. You're considered rich here, not upper middle class and all that stuff that y'all try to throw back at me whenever I bring that. You're considered rich. So if you're earning 3,000, guess what? You're upper class, man. Okay? That's all I'm saying. There's privileges over here when people think you're rich. That's why you got the woman you got. Because she thinks you're rich, and you are rich. Over here, guys. What's up, Doe Getter? He said, Brother Cal, my grandfather was first, my father was first, and I'm first. That's right. But I brought that subject up, cause because we got to learn from this peso economy. We got to learn from this degree of difficulty. If you don't, you're going to have a problem. You're going to be living on the same amount of money over here as you are in your own country. The sooner that you learn that, the better. Okay? That's just one instance of the thinking being different over here than it is from where you come from. They think you're rich because you are rich. Okay? But this is what I'm talking about, bringing the matrix with you. Oh, I'm not rich. And then your definition of rich, rich is a broad term because you think, oh, they think I'm rich. They're going to expect more out of me. Well, you are rich compared to them, and they are going to expect more out of you. But for me to live the lifestyle that I live over here, I'd have to be doing damn good over in America. Okay, YouTube's not going to get it. Okay, 3,800 is not going to get it over there. Okay, you're not going to, for 3,800, I don't care how good your credit is. You're not going to have 2 houses paid off, 2 lots paid off. Living the lifestyle we live, we can go on vacation anytime we want. I would have to be rich over there, guys. I just want to keep beating that into your head so you can stop saying you're not rich. That's why the woman's with you. Look at where you're living. If you're living in Solanea, in Cebu City, they consider you rich. What's up, everybody? Yeah. What did Angelo say? Wait. Because he said, who eats first? Me and here work hard in the hot sun to provide. But us, we don't do all that. So if your girlfriend is working all day and the man is relaxing all day, is it fair that he gets the same treatment? Yeah, you're damn right, because you can't change the Philippines, Angelo. Don't try to come over and change that woman. Be careful what you wish for and what you're trying to change. It's not about being fair. That's our old attitude. I mean, we're the exception. I'm talking about the culture over here. That's why she does it. Even when she works hard all day, she comes home and provides for you, regardless of what it is. But this is a type of matrix thinking that's going to get you in trouble. It's going to make your life difficult over here because there's no blurred lines over here. You keep stepping over that line, man, if you want to. It's going to cost you. Remember, they're looking for a man over here. Okay? That's what they're looking for. And if you're not a man, she's going to find one. She's certainly not going to respect you. Oh, bullshit. Money runs the wheel over here, turns the wheel over here. But they do that out of respect. There's no food stamps over here. There's no FDC and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to eat first. Tati said things are cheap over there because they only pay wages of $1 an hour. Well, it's not about being cheap. It's about being in a peso economy. And the sooner that you're able to figure that out and how that operates, the better. Hey, W Secrets to Success, thanks for that super chat. He said, good that you eat first, but do you get that big piece of chicken? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. It takes a while for Western men to get used to the treatment that you get in the Philippines because you're not accustomed to it on a consistent basis. Me and Merlin been together for 5 years, man, over 5 years now. And it's never varied, man. It's always been the same. And by the way, it's Merlin's birthday today. She's not too happy about it, as they get older. But hell, she's still a spring chicken to me. She's 42. I'm 60. I'll be 61. Hey, thank you, Eric Powell, for that super chaser for the boots on the ground. I appreciate it. Me and Merlin, we have an age gap relationship, but because she's 42, nobody bats an eye at it. Now, go back 20 years and I'm 41 and she's 22. Now, all of a sudden, it's a big deal. Same age gap. That shows you how ignorant that argument is. But yeah, and I told her, I said, hey, look, there's some people who probably deserve to be alive more than us who didn't make it today. I woke up this morning in my right state of mind. It don't get any better than that. Hey, thank y'all, man. I'm going to take her out to dinner. He said, Kevin St. Sincere said, love the last video. I love that my date serves me first. I know that she still has those values. Happy birthday, Marilyn. Absolutely. Let's talk about that, guys. Okay, let's get over and talk about that because it's a big discussion in the West. It's not a discussion over here. Okay, the attitudes surrounding men over here, there's no confusion about it. It's totally different. There's none of that old co-parenting stuff, 50-50 stuff. We build the damn infrastructure. We fight the wars and all that. Men and women are equal, but we're not the same. The man still stands firmly in the middle of everything that's going on over here. Certainly his household. And if you got a problem with that, you're going to have a problem over here. The government hasn't supplanted him in his house like they have a lot of us over there. The woman still needs the man over here. He plays a vital part. That's why they always got a man. Okay? There's always a man around somewhere, guys. Don't trick yourself with that. Because, it's not, you both of you have to be earning over here, or it's going to be a problem. Come on, guys, get these people off here, man. It's like, get a life, man. You guys are pitiful. I mean, imagine if this is, now guys like this won't get that treatment because they'll never get over here. These armchair teenage, see, this is the reason, this is perfect example of the Matrix right here. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I mean, really, man, grow up. You're a pitiful ass excuse for a fucking man. Pitiful ass. These guys are just stupid. I mean, come on, get rid of him. I ain't got time for it today. Yeah. You got time for that today. But see, there's no food stamps over here. Section 8, unemployment, WIC, and all them other programs that they done puffed up the woman with over there to make her stay in that delusion that she don't need a man. I don't need a man. Remember, a pussy ain't nothing unless you got a dick stuck up in it. And even to the lesbians and the feminists, you go out and buy a fake dick. Don't give me that stuff. Men are served their food first. Guys come over and eat with me, they're uncomfortable with it. I didn't make the rules over here. They're uncomfortable. It's like, hey, where's everybody else, man? Sit down and eat your food, man. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Yardy, thanks for that super chat. He said, finally made it over here, Cal. 9 flights, 7 hotels, 6 cities, and 5 tenderonis. Yes, they like black men. I kept the receipt. Had the time of my life. Cal, I tried, but my itinerary was full. Definitely will catch you next trip. Hey, thanks, man. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. You were treated like a man, right? None of that old 50-50 stuff. You wash the dishes, you know, if you cook, I'll wash the dishes. Bullshit. The man's going to stay out of that kitchen. I promise you that. You keep going in that kitchen, and then she's going to stop going in there. You cook, so I'll wash the dishes. Man, the first time I ever washed the dishes was the only time. Marilyn looked at me like I was crazy. Her feelings was hurt. He said, facts. I need to use that one, Cal. He said, some people got used to those stimulus checks. Man, stimulus check, not the real men, Ryan. Not the real men. Only the, slackers. People like you and me and Angelo Habib and all the others, that 1,400 was nothing. Angelo said, oh, yeah, they like the black men more than white men. I witnessed this at the meet and greet. Yeah, because the numbers were in our favor, but they like the green, Angelo. I think you know that by now. And they're not as shallow. They just want a man, a real man. Hey, Cos, thanks for that super chat. He said, my girlfriend feeds me before she sits down and eats herself. I'm not complaining. Yeah, it's how it is. You can't change it over here. It's a form of appreciation. It says, thank you for everything you do for me. There's no appreciation for the man over there. That's how my mother treated my father. We better not go in and sit at that table till my father ate. So we didn't eat until he got home from work, took his bath, and then she fixed his plate. He was first. This new wave of stuff, all this old, what's this old soft guy stuff, era and all that. Man, y'all tripping, man. Y'all playing with tradition. We ain't playing that. Y'all playing with tradition. You say, you're right, Cal. The state will always be the overseer in marriage and relationship. Yeah, they don't have that over here. So the man is still valued. He's still appreciated. Let me tell you something about women over here. Here's what they're going to say. If you see this on the dating site, you got she's a real one. Okay. She's looking for a responsible man, dependable. Okay. And basically, that's it. She don't describe him. She just said, look, just be responsible and be dependable. That's what Marilyn said. That's what you have over my ex. You're responsible. He wasn't. That's what they're looking for. Eric Powell, thanks for that super chat. He said, I went to Colombia and now I can't even look at domestic women in a romantic way. Well, the ones you're going to meet like that, they're up in age over in America. Because this new wave, they're not doing it. They don't need us anymore. But what I like about over here is there's clearly defined roles, okay? I'm going to go out, work hard, and bring home the bacon. You're going to cook it. But remember, I'm talking about men who are over here taking care of business. I'm talking about these slackers. If you're taking care of business here, she's going to take care of you across the board. Huh? You talking about the bedroom, man? Come over here and take care of business. You ain't never seen a freak till you see a woman over here who appreciates what you're doing. But y'all ain't listening to me. Yeah, soft guy, era, sprinkle, drizzle. That old bullshit, man. Anybody got time for that? Give me a real woman who's going to appreciate what I'm bringing to the table. Yeah, it is a perfect example, Thomas. These guys, they bring all that 50-50 stuff over here. I'm going to use cook, I'm going to wash the dishes bullshit, and it messes up everything. Leave these women alone over here. That's all I'm saying. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm going to tell you what. Hey, thank you, Kaj, for your continued support. Take care of business over here. Put it down over here like a real man. And when it's time for bed, you ain't never see him free like what you're going to see over here. Okay, that's why I put the Filipino way up here. She's going to take care of her responsibility. Okay. Sometimes I get emotional. It's so good. I'll be like, why am I wanting to cry? Because it's so damn good. You don't want it to end. Angela said, oops, I'm guilty of offering to washing the dishes because it's my way to help her and show appreciation. Where you are, you putting her up in that big ass house with all that air con and all that. And the fact that you got food on the table to cook. It's not rice and salt today, Angelo. Don't get it twisted. Okay? You're going to mess up something. It's okay. Yeah, it's Marilyn's birthday today. We're going out to dinner for dinner today. Okay? You don't have to cook or anything today. But I'm going to still blow your back out because it's your birthday. He said, yeah, you got a point. I'm not touching one dish when I come back. Well, the feelings are hurt. They're going to look at you like, oh, he doesn't appreciate, he don't think I can cook, or he doesn't like the way I wash dishes or wash clothes or anything like that. Just stay in your lane when you get over here, okay? Remember, you're the provider, Angelo, the maintainer and the protector. She knows all that already. Remember when I made the video, why do Filipinos treat their foreign boyfriends so good? There was a lot of Filipino men that jumped in those comments. It's like, yeah, because they're raised like that. Because I said that they'll even treat you better than the Filipino man. They got mad about that. They said, no, that's just the way they're raised. But what we're trying to do, we're trying to reverse that. You're trying to create, Angelo, what you're running away from. What's going on, man? If you've earned that title, man, okay, and not by default as the man of the house, you're going to get all the rights, protections, and privileges that go along with that, and the honor, okay? Bring those feminine ways over here. Oh, I can wash you don't have to wash the clothes, I'm going to wash them and all that stuff, okay? She's going to disrespect you, man. They don't understand that over here, okay? He said, my woman be wanting it more than me sometimes. I think she's on female Cialis. No, she appreciates what you're doing, man. You assuming the real role. All you got to be over here, I don't care how tall you are, whether you're good looking or not, what color your skin is. If you're responsible and you dependable, you got it, dude. That's all you need. You don't need nothing else. As long as you don't mistreat them. Okay? But they're looking for a man. He said, sounds like heaven. It is compared to hell. I told y'all, I escaped my hell when I came over here. I can't speak for everybody else. It was hell what I was dealing with over there. So yeah, Michael, in comparison to what I was dealing with there, it is heaven. I was at the meet and greet, and the guy told me, he said, Cal, I just feel so good. He said, I don't have to worry about sex. He said, it's just natural. He said, they just feel like it's their obligation. I don't even have to ask for it. I just know that, you know, if I go in there and lay down in the bed, here she comes. You know, it's just no better feeling than that where it's natural. That's how things roll over here. Not this old unnatural stuff. I don't need you. I don't need a man. Here I am out here breaking my back, working my fingers to the bone, no matter what my job description is. And then I got to come home, make my own plate, get talked to all crazy. And then Angelo wants to come over here and bring that over here with him. Man, stay out of that kitchen. Okay? Quit feeling sorry for women over here. They're happy as a lark that you bringing what you're bringing to the table. Eric Powell said, I heard them mountain girls are bananas. I have to get me one of them. Well, you've been watching, don't believe, they're all that way. Okay? But you got to stop listening to those Filipino vloggers if they're not talking about their own experiences, which they're not. That's old hypothetical stuff. They're all like that. I've never had a woman over here who wasn't a freak or who didn't treat me like that because I'm a real man. I'm taking care of my responsibilities. Okay? When the bills pay, they get paid. When that $12,000, they shocked. They never seen a bill like that before. It's about $225. When it came across the table, I paid it. See, that's what they want. That love be really good. Now, Angelo's a real deal, guys. He's not a simp. But he does feel sorry for his woman. She doesn't need your sympathy, man. Look what you're doing. Okay, she feels comfortable sleeping in that bed next to you because she knows you're going to protect her if something goes down. In that big air-conditioned house, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, it's a 3 bath, fully furnished, brand new place. Hell, don't come over changing the Philippines. They want a real man over here, and that's why they don't have a problem serving you first. It was even on Facebook the other day. Some woman, she's a big Facebooker, and she says, yeah, he's always happy when I serve him last because I'm going to serve my kids first. They have no idea because they don't appreciate what you're doing. You probably didn't pay for the food anyway. She bought it with her stamps. He said, we're happy just to have a warm plate left in the oven after a long day at work. It's bad, Unc, in the Matrix. I already know. You don't have to convince me. See, because it's more than just the money, guys, okay? They want a man so that they can be a woman. There's no blurred lines over here. You know how it is in America, all those blurred lines. These women aren't confrontational. It feels good to come back home from wherever you've been and you don't have to worry about arguing with somebody. She might be quiet, but you don't have to worry about that because it's called respect. That's what it's called. That's what this all comes down to. Respect. Okay, I appreciate you enough for going out or whatever you did to make sure that I'm taken care of, here's how I'm going to pay you back. But they come over here changing stuff, guys. Hey, Sam Smith, thanks for that super chat. He said, are the women in the bigger cities like Cebu and Makati that have jobs and education starting to adopt Western ways? Well, they all have jobs. Most of the women that we meet on these dating sites, a lot of them have jobs in education. Okay? The minute, Sam, here's the real deal. We Westernize them. Okay? That's how they adopt Western ways. Because you take them out of the province or you take them from out of the boarding house or whatever it is, and you give them a Western lifestyle. They're not used to eating at TGI Fridays and going to Boracay every other week. Let me tell you 3 things that the dating site doesn't tell you about Philippines. Number one, they've never been anywhere. They've never been to Palawan, El Nido, and all those places, Bohol. So when you take them there, they really appreciate it. It's a red flag if they don't, because that means they've been before. But that's one, they've never been anywhere outside of their Some people, okay, you know, in America, they say, oh, 17% of Americans have never left the state. I would say 50 to 60% of Filipinos have never left their barangay. Okay. Okay. Or else to either go to Manila or Cebu for a job or OFW. And then when they go to Saudi Arabia or wherever, that's all they are. They're there. They go there and back. It's a great percentage of people that don't go anywhere at all. It's one thing that the dating sites won't tell you. Okay. The second thing that they don't tell you is the Filipinos, they'll do anything not to get hurt. Okay. So they only want one man. Most of the women that you come over here and you meet, even on those dating sites, I'm talking about the majority of them. I'm talking about the scammers and all of that. They got a low body count. That's cultural, man. But so they'll do anything. Once they gain your trust and you're together, she'll do anything for you not to leave, for you to stay there and continue to give her that good life that you're giving her. And then number three is majority of them never had an orgasm before. So we're the ones that's going to spoil them, Sam. We're going to do all that for them. We're going to give them a lifestyle they never imagined. We're going to spoil them. We're going to take them places they never even dreamed of, and we're going to push that button every night. So even you ain't got to take them home. But one thing I like about Marilyn, she hasn't changed though, okay? Because she still buys her clothes from the Okay place. She won't let me buy anything. Now, I bought her some new Adidas shoes to work out in because they was on sale. That's the only reason she let me do it. But no, they're not adapting with the internet and everything like that, okay? And even with the internet, the last studies that were done, the surveys done, only 45% of Filipino adults have access to the internet. And it even gets worse as you go into the provinces. But with that, with foreigners coming over here and everything, with Facebook and all of that, they're about as westernized as they're going to be. But remember, they got a culture that they hold on to. The only people who actually get changed are people who don't have a culture. Hey, thank you, W Secret to Success blog. He said, for the super chat, he said, since it's Marilyn's birthday, does she get the big piece of chicken today? Give it up, Cat. No, I'm going to take her out to dinner. It's always the man occupies the head of the table. He's always going to be allowed that honor. As long as you're responsible, dependable, and you're not mistreating her. It doesn't matter. This is the only place that I've ever been where when the woman earns more than the man, which is a lot of cases, it doesn't change the dynamics of the relationship. They work their fingers to the bone at work and then come home and do the same thing. The Philippines is a throwback, man. He said, I'm glad nobody asked me about bodies. I lost count a long time ago. Yeah, so that either means you haven't had a woman in a long time or what, Mitch? What's that mean? He said, are you staying part-time or full-time, Angelo? He said something at the meet and greet that made sense. And it's from my school of thought. That's a long-ass trip. I'm not going to keep going back and forth. Once I get here, I'm going to be here for a while. Then I may go home. But that's a long trip. Yeah. Well, last night, it's coming twice today, maybe 3 times. But she don't get a break for that. She get a break from the kitchen. Yeah. every night, you know, and that's a good thing, but you got to be the man, though. If you're not the man, don't expect all the special treatment. She might do that for a while. Because, see, that's why they say when you're in the Philippines, it's like being on your wedding night every night. Because if you're responsible, if you're dependable, if you putting it down like you're supposed to, it ain't a whole lot she's not going to do for you. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? What, booby? The door's open. Yeah, he said, Gerald Stipak says, shows how badly we've been messed up. Large numbers of Western men need to be reminded or introduced into how to be a man via the internet. Yeah, it's all you really have to do. It's not you really, it's society. If you just come over here and do the things you're doing over there, if you're being responsible, dependable, you're paying the bills, then you're going to see the difference. You're just going to move yourself over here into a new environment where that sort of thing is appreciated, where that's valued. It's not so much that you have to learn how to be a man. You already know how to be a man. It's just that in America, they don't appreciate it. The government has supplanted you in the house in a lot of ways. Even if you're not on government assistance, the woman knows that if you leave, she's got child support and alimony coming. Rashad Smith said, serious question, can a man stay in the fields for 3 years if they bring at least 69,000? Can you? I can show you how to do it, but can you? I don't know. I don't know you, Rashad Smith, like that. You should be able to. You should be able to. 69,000, that's a lot of money, man. Yeah, no breaks. Well, even 60 grand. That'd be 20 grand a year. But remember, if you over here living a simple life, you know, I know you see on YouTube, it runs the gamut of when you cut these channels on what you see. I live a simple life over here. You see other guys that are on motorcycles, they're going all over the Philippines, being with different women. You can't sustain that life, okay? It's very expensive. It's very unhealthy. It's going to wear you out eventually. Those guys that you see doing that, eventually they're going to settle. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing that. That 60,000 will be gone real quick. It wouldn't last you at all. Because look what your rent would be. Staying in those hotels and Airbnbs everywhere. But if you live a simple life, you come over here, put your roots down, rent you a nice, decent place, you know, 10 to 20,000 pesos per month. You know, don't go overboard on anything. Take you a vacation, you know, once every month or once every other month, or move to a vacation spot. But when you see these guys doing it, because everybody says, oh yeah, these channels are entertaining, guys, but they're not realistic. You can't do that over here, and most guys don't. Most guys that come over here don't live anywhere near as exciting as those guys on these motorcycles. Okay, it's like 3 of them. Every time you turn on, they're in a different place, talking to different women and telling you this and that about the Philippines. That lifestyle is not sustainable, guys. It's unhealthy. When are you ever going to get a decent cooked meal? See, it's all about, I didn't just come over here for a woman and a relationship and a good time. I really want to better myself. I'm talking about mind, body, and soul. Me and Robert Dane, we taking this 30-day no sugar challenge. And I went without sugar for 60 days before. I can do it. But I'm really seriously gonna get rid of sugar for good and all. Not just I'm gonna go beyond the 30 days. And I've already started because I don't want anything to have control over me. Sugar's got control over me, man. And I want to get it out. I was addicted to cigarettes, alcohol, drugs. I don't want anything having control over me anymore. And I had to get honest, man. Sugar had me. If they ever outlaw sugar, they'll have sugar houses. We'll replace the crack houses. But yeah, I didn't come here just to hang out and have a good time, man. I want to be a better person, man. I want to push it to the limit. I want to do things over here like the last good man in Jersey said. He said, I want that lifestyle over in the Philippines that's available to me that's not available to me at home. He said, Philippines is very, very farther than Thailand. Yeah, but I don't see how it would be when they're so close together. I guess it would depend on, where you're coming from. The United States, it would be. But not too, that's still a hell of a trip to Thailand. Don't fool yourself, guys, okay? He says it's not possible to be a man in the West. Women are the men. Well, see, this is what I was talking about today. We get comfortable with all this cold palate stuff. You wash the dishes and I'll cook type of stuff. That's not going to get it, man. But we're comfortable with that 50-50 stuff. I'll be damned. Because it's not 50-50. It's not 50-50. Ryan said, Cal, will you start any businesses while you're in the Philippines? Sorry, store, delivering water, real estate. Well, me and Merlin's thinking about something, but it'll be Merlin's businesses, not mine. I don't have the type of visa or anything. But I do have an idea for anybody who's thinking about a startup business, because that's another thing about coming to the Philippines. Since you bring up businesses, you can actually finance your own business. See, in America, I kept bumping up against, it was always somebody had to do something for me. Finance my business, finance my house, give me a job, give me a promotion. Over here, you don't have that. So you can actually finance your own business over here. A billiards place. One just opened up across the street from the gym that we go to. It's packed. And they got a little restaurant in there too. Filipinos love billiards, man. And I never thought about this. Meg's Resort, okay, maybe a couple of months ago, they added a billiards area. It stays crowded, man. You buy you 4 or 5 good pool tables, real good ones, with, some good pool sticks and everything. It wouldn't cost you a lot, man, and put it somewhere where there is no billiard place. Serve good cold beer, Coke, and all that. You be off and running. He said, yeah, if you don't spend it all in the house. What's up, Mike? He said, hey, Cal, when you buy plane tickets from Philippines to come back to U.S., is it cheaper with pesos or same cost? It's going to be the same cost. If you bought it in pesos, of course, it's going to cost you less dollars, but you're not going to, most of the airlines that you're going to fly, they're taking dollars. It's only cheaper when you live here. All bets is off once you leave the Philippines. Ron Lawson, you're only rich when you're here. Once you get on the plane, you're no longer rich. Once you even go into the airport, you're no longer rich. Excuse me. It's only when you're here in the Philippines. He says you can buy your own island there for 69,000. He said, question is, why do you need so much money for 3 years in the Philippines? Whatever. He said 60,000, so it would be 20,000 per year, which is what's that? 1,700 per month. Moments with Mitch. Now this is the guy to talk to. He said, put the money in a no loss vehicle and let it draw nice interest while you're making some withdrawals too. Yeah, but what is that interest rate right now? You're talking about, okay, and it's when is the interest paid? Yearly? Quarterly? What is it? Well, this is about what? Okay, 4,000, be 4,000 a year, but he's not going to live like that, Cisco. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. But yeah, we've got so comfortable with this co-piloting because men forget that, yeah, men and women are equal, but we're not the same. We have this discussion all the time. We're the ones out there building the infrastructures and fighting the wars. There's nothing equal about that. There's nothing the same about that. Yeah, but see, it all depends. He said he'll build a house like you. But see, that's where you're making a mistake. You don't want to build a house right away when you come over here. You got to get settled in and look around and see how things move. He said, find a good woman, put like 4 babies in her and be Gucci. Anyway, I'm going to blow my money living fast. That's Matrix stuff. Yeah, well, hell, you talking about having 4 children, that's expensive. But it really is. If you live a simple life over here, 60,000 should be good. But like I said, who are you? He said, be careful with your vacations. I just spent close to 40K the last few days, and I was still trying to watch my spending. Yeah, if you live, but see, yours included what? Airline tickets too. When I lived on Siquijor Island, I was already at the vacation place. That's going to save you money right there. And I was paying 20,000 pesos per month for my living expenses, except my food and my immigration. See, so there's no need for me to go anywhere else to Boracay because White Sand Beach is White Sand Beach to me. I mean, I was right there in the tourist area anyway of San Juan in Siquijor Island. You just got to be smart about it. Willie Shoemaker says 60,000. He says that's 5,000 per month, 166 US dollars per day. You should be pretty good life. But no, he said for 3 years. He didn't say, 60,000 per year. Because you would be rich. He would be rich on less than that, 3,800. For 3,000 US over here, you're rich. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. It's relative in this peso economy and how things operate and your woman and her job and the best job that she could possibly have. Because some woman said she was earning 18,000. I think Angelo Habib said his woman's earning like 30,000. 30,000 pesos a month, man. That's less than $600 per month, guys. And that's a damn good job. That's an excellent job. You are rich. Just like somebody who earns, let's say, 10 times more than you in your country, you may say, oh, you're rich. And they're going to say, oh, I'm not rich, because they're comparing themselves to somewhere else. Filipinos are just comparing themselves to you. And you are rich as it relates to them. There's no other way around it. They have to work all day, man, just to earn $10. You know, I'm just telling you. Blizzard Abroad, thanks for that super chat. This guy's got a channel. He comes up with some good topics, too. He says, I felt guilty when I started thinking of myself first. I still do at times. Always was taught to sacrifice and put others first. Well, see, that's not the right way. That's not the rule of nature, though, Blizzard Abroad. If you keep doing that, you're not going to be good to anybody. Yeah, okay, if there's only enough food for one person, okay, I can handle it for that night until I can get up the next morning and go out and do something else. I'm going to give it to my daughter. But all things being equal, I got to look after myself. It's called self-preservation. That's the first rule of nature. I mean, if you were taught that, that's not the right sort of thinking. Yeah, you got to sacrifice, meaning, oh, you don't buy that Corvette, you buy the Ford Pinto because you got a family. Yeah, that sort of sacrifice. But no, you can't sacrifice your health, okay, trying to take care of somebody else, because pretty soon you're going to be deleted. You're going to delete yourself. And this is it's just, it's so broad of a meaning. And that's where we get mixed up coming from the West. But over here, they're just saying, do I serve the man first, or do I feed the children first? You feed the man first. He's responsible for all of this. The children can't go out and get anything. They can't go out and earn any money or do anything like that. We're not talking about neglecting them. But that's an honor reserved for the man. He said, Cal, you going back to Secure Island? Yeah, to visit, probably not to live. He said, the only time most Western women know how to be feminine is when it comes to paying the bills. Then you are the man. Yes, it's about respect and honor, both sides. Yeah, but guys, y'all getting off track. This is not what I'm talking about. Of course, you're going to respect your woman. That's why you're paying the bills. That's why you're taking so good care of her. That's why you're responsible. You're dependable. We're not talking about it. You earn that respect of being served first. Because without you, there is no food. Then who's going to be served first? Okay? He said, women in the West have lost the importance of being submissive. There's good women in the West. It's just the ones we're dealing with, the ones you've had experience with. There's good women there, man. Everybody's not jumping ship and leaving. You know, some guy did a video talking about 750,000 Americans left America. That's nothing. It's not even a drop in the ocean. It's like taking a eyedropper, dropping it in the damn ocean. You're talking about 400 million people. But we can twist it and spin it any way we want. Most of the people are staying over there. 750,000. Out of 400 million, that's nothing. It's good women over there. We just, the women that we have access to. Okay, I always tell you this, and it's true. I don't have a problem with American women. I never have. But I have a problem with my options. That's the only problem I have. I have better options elsewhere. Certainly here in the Philippines. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I don't have a problem. If push came to shove and I had to go back and live in America, I'd probably have a 55-year-old woman or something. I could deal with that, rather than being alone. But to have a 40-year-old woman, fit, feminine, and fantastic, I wouldn't have that. He says some of them make 3,000 pesos a month and still put 50 pesos toward their pension, and that's more than some American savings. Yeah, see, I looked that up when I did my video about Are You Rich in the Philippines years ago when I was down in Dumaguete. The average Filipino has less than $100 in the savings account. That's what, that's according to the Philippine Statistic Authority. They have very little savings. Just your plane ticket coming over here, they're looking at that like, wow, he's rich. How can he afford to pay that much for a plane ticket? You're talking about what? Let's just keep it simple, 1,200, let's just say 60,000 pesos for your plane ticket over here. And how long would it take him earning 400 pesos a day? All of that spent. There's no savings coming out of that. How long would it take to get 60,000 in your hand at one time? Probably never. You say your 30-day sugar challenge, does that include natural sugar like fruit? No. Natural sugar, see, when you talk about added sugar, refined sugars and all that, because I watched this video, he sent me one of the best videos I've ever seen, and he broke it down. You're talking about glucose, fructose, no, because, it's a different type of sugar. They've doctored when they refine that sugar, no matter how you get it, they've doctored the what do you call it? The makeup of it's no longer sugar anymore. So no, I ate a pineapple today because it still has like nutritional value, fibers and stuff that I need as an older man. But no, I'm talking about refined sugar, the sugar that's killing me. The refined sugar, what they say, cookies, cokes, and cakes, and no bread, no rice, no potatoes, nothing like that for 30 days. But I'm going to keep going because that's what's killing us, guys. That's why, man, it has control over us. A lot of us are in bad shape. See, that's the evilness of the matrix. They get you addicted to this stuff when you're little, and they don't tell you it's bad for you until it's too late. You're already hooked on it. Anybody's watching this and says you're not hooked on sugar, you're not addicted to sugar, you're lying. You are a damn lying unless you've gotten rid of it. Everybody else, it's the same type of high you get from heroin, cocaine, like that. It's that powerful. That's why everybody can't do, I've proven that I can quit smoking. I can quit getting high and quit drinking. So I know I can get rid of the sugar, the bad sugar that's killing me. But it's a dangerous game, man. I want to push it all the way to the limit for my fourth quarter. I want to see how far I can take it. How much better can I be? Can I reinvent myself? That's what I'm talking about. I just don't want to be hanging out over here, man. Paying less to die, basically. No, I want to be the best version of myself. That doesn't mean paying less rent and all of that. And another reason, I just got tired of wasting these workouts. Man, I'm working out, man. I'm really working out, and I can't see the results because I got a messed up diet, mostly sugar. I mean, everything. Look at my eyes, is beige. That's from sugar. I mean, my whole body is just infiltrated with sugar. But that's just me. Everybody doesn't have to have that, dream. But I know I'm going to die. And everybody watching this is going to die. So I'm going to live. I don't take anything for granted anymore. He said, that makes sense, Cal. Yeah, we're addicted. I don't want anything to have control over me. Pussy, nothing, man. And anything that I know that has some type of control over me, I got to get rid of it. I got to get rid of it, man. Passport X says, I'm addicted to sugar. It's a family curse. Luckily, I work out like a beast, but I need to rehab soon. Yeah, you'll be shocked, man. Your testosterone, it messes with everything because, man, that sugar's a big business. If they ever made it illegal, you would see people doing the same thing for sugar as they do for heroin, as they do for crack cocaine. It's that addicting. That addictive, brother. He says every day is your last day. Yeah, the time is really a man-made concept. There's no such thing as time. There's no such thing as time. It's something we made up. Well, yeah, I'm trying to get my life together, man. Yeah, just about everything you eat has sugar in it, and that's for a reason. So they can keep getting rich, rich, rich. I was telling Marilyn the other day, there's a certain way that they control the population. You can read it up for yourself. It's written into everything. The foods we eat, the transportation, the jobs you work. They know how many people are going to die from that. But certainly drugs, prisons, wars, sugar, and these bad diets and foods and stuff. It's a way they know that certain amount of our stupid asses are going to die from eating sugar. He said, well, damn, here I was thinking sugar was kisses and sex. I thought Cal had gone mad giving up his sugar for 30 days. No, not that sugar. That's going to make me perform better. Any performance. I mean, these is doctors talking, not me. I want it then. Because I can be honest with myself and say that I'm addicted to sugar. Sugar has taken control of my life. It was all over my makeup, man. That's just me. And I didn't just come over here to hang out. Yeah, he said, there. It's no past and no future. Time is just an infinite string of present moments. Yeah, it's just something that they man-made to control you. Wind Rider Stillwater said drinking coffee, 7 packs of sugar, broke it down to 3 packs, but put cappuccino in that one day and added 3 packs. Now I'm back up to 7 packs of sugar up there with Gucci. Yeah, it is, man. But it's only when you look at reality. See, a lot of us are in denial about a lot of things in our life. But when he sent me that video, it's very interesting. The guy broke it all the way down. I've never seen anybody break it down like that. When I said, man, I got to get off this sugar, man. I got to get rid of it for good and all. Okay, well, he said to the question, he said to the question, the man should eat first. I agree. It's a sign of respect over here. It's a cultural thing. It reminds me of when I was little and my mother used to do that for my father. You better not go anywhere. The food's done. We waiting for him to get home, take his bath. But we didn't have a shower. He took a bath and ate. And then everybody else can come to the table. Okay. No, 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 no. Cause any type of sugar like that, the sugar substitute. See, this is how we justify. None of that is good for you because it's got fructose in it. The glucose is not all the way bad, but when it's got that fructose in it, no, there's no anything that's sweet like that. If it's not naturally sweet, it's bad for you. Okay. He said, my mother did the same thing. Yeah, it's all bad. Yeah, it's all bad. It's just like somebody saying, well, I'm going to switch from menthol to regular cigarettes. That's all you're saying. It's all bad, guy. I'm sorry to tell you. Yeah, I send it to you, Jeffrey, because he sent it to me in my WhatsApp so I can do it. He said, my mother did the same thing. Yes, a sign of respect. It's saying, okay, he's a maintainer, the provider, the protector. You got to eat first. No, that's not what we're saying, but that's how it is here, though. He said, should the man complete his meal before everyone else eats? Now, here they even go to that level. They wait until I'm done, until I get up from the table and go and leave, and then they eat. Okay, so they even going even further. But, when I first came over, I was like, hey, what y'all doing? Come on. They never would do it. They never done it. They never listened to me. Nobody does. It's cultural over here. It's a sign of respect. Yeah, salt too. But salt's not, it's just as addicting, but it's not as addicting as sugar. But yeah, you're right. But I got to work on one thing at a time, because I had a client, he was 83, I believe, and his doctor, he had quit sugar and salt completely. All his food was just regular. He said, Calvin, you'll get used to it. There's no flavor in it all in his food. It's vegetables, whatever he eats, his meat, there's nothing on there because he had like 3 heart attacks or something. Yeah, but none of that stuff is good. Any of that sweetener and all that stuff, there's no way you can have pancake syrup of any kind and it's good for you. It's not, cause you're in denial, man. I'm not even going to argue about this. I'm not even going to debate this. Okay? And all that stuff, man, it's not good for you. Well, okay. He says there's nothing wrong with sugar, just don't overdo it. Who can regulate their sugar, man? Most people can't do it. That's what you're saying. It's addicting. It's just like saying, oh, I'm just going to have one cigarette. Bullshit. Once you become addicted to it, and it's going to happen very quickly because the endorphins and the dopamine and all that, the same stuff that, they know what they were doing. Okay? And it's in everything. It is bad. You need natural sugar from fruits and stuff like that. Everything we've done, see, in the West, that's why they call it the Matrix. It's so unnatural. We think it's natural. Look at all the stuff we do over there that we consider. They got people over there licking booty holes over there. They think it's normal. Frank Tate said, guys, if you're making $1,000 a week, you're rich in the Philippines. That's right. It doesn't matter what we think. You're in the Philippines now. You're not in Spain or wherever. In the Philippines, that makes you rich, not well off. You're rich. And we just can't wrap our mind around it because we're not rich at home. Well, you're not at home. You're in the Philippines. You're rich. And so when people say, oh, all foreigners are rich, well, compared to them, we are. Yeah, and sugar's processed. I was told if it comes in a plastic wrapper, it's no good for you. But remember, they got us eating that plastic processed food like it's normal. We don't even question it. And then when people like start telling you how bad it is for you and they start talking about it, you don't want to hear it. It's like, well, there's no way I can send everything. I can't escape it. What am I supposed to do? I'm too old now. Well, you're just going to die. You resign to your fate. He said, true, you get used to bland eventually. Not that you equate it with flavor fulfillment, because you can't, but you can get used to it and roll with it. He certainly did. He certainly did. He said, my girl just told me if we have a kid, our kid will eat first. I don't care. Let the baby eat first. LL, different for everyone. No. Y'all don't understand. Without you, there is no food to eat. Okay? We're just saying, yeah, I guess if you want, but I mean in the Philippines, your woman knows that her father eats first. Okay? She's not fooling me with that. Okay? The father eats first. And it doesn't matter if you're a foreigner or a Filipino. Period. So for her to say that, man, well, maybe, that's that, coming in contact with you and you saying you don't care. Yeah, he said sugar and salt ain't anything that is processed. Even bread and things you don't associate with sugar and salt. That's right. It's in everything, man. They want to keep you addicted. But see, we're trying to have our cake and eat it too over here when it comes to, the man having his rightful place in the household. So who's gonna, now that you're married, so is it gonna be this co-parenting that she's not used to, by the way, over here? Are you gonna be at the head of the house? So when the alarm goes off outside, are both of y'all gonna go out there, or is it gonna be you that's gonna go out there? Since you're the protector, okay? I'm just saying, there's cultural values over here that we're not gonna change. Because we're soft, man. We're coming from the West. We're never allowed to grow up. We're very immature. Most trolls are from the West over there. And they're men. They're grown-ass men. They're immature. They're soft. When it comes time to really come over here and where everything depends on you, everything's riding on your shoulders, man, a lot of guys can't handle it because they're not used to it. It says LA Knight says, these live streams really speak to me. I'm drinking soda right now. I got to stop ASAP. Yeah, this is what the doctor said on the video. He said, there's no cutting down on sugar. He said, you got to go cold turkey. I'm sorry. The same when my doctor told me to stop smoking cigarettes. He said, you got to stop. There's no breaking down. He said, because the minute you smoke one cigarette, the minute you put that nicotine in you, you're going to want another one eventually. Same with sugar. It's that bad for you that he says that you need to stop now. And it sounds crazy, doesn't it? Because you're so used to it. It's in everything. I like it in my coffee. I'm drinking a Coke. Well, what am I supposed to do? I like those damn lemon meringue pies. I like the damn banana pudding. And, yeah, it's killing your ass. That's why your dick won't get hard now and all that. Okay, your teeth are falling out. You can't see. That's what my videos are about. Real life stuff, man, about being the best you can possibly be. You can't remember nothing. Okay? He was saying that, this is crazy, right? The only time you see a person with a fatty liver, usually they're alcoholic. When that sugar does the same thing to your liver as being a hard drinker, man. Fuck that. Hey, what's up, Chase? We just like to talk about real life stuff, man. He says Paula Tudor says Australia removed it from the shelf years ago. Where the what are you talking about? Aborigines? I don't know if they lick in the Philippines, but what we've made the unnatural natural over there. So you got people licking. I'm not going that far. I'm not gonna lick anybody's booty hole. Okay, but y'all got it's a big thing over there. No big deal over there. What's up, Oliver? Yeah, see, he says, hello, Cal, you're right. I don't eat sugar, period, except from natural fruits. You know, the same reason people are afraid to stop eating sugar, same reason they're afraid to stop using drugs or smoking. The withdrawals. I know it's going to kick my butt these first 3 or 4 days, but it's important that I quit. And that's what I said when I stopped smoking. So I started smoking when I was old. I was 30. I hated smoking. But getting high and drinking, everybody around you smoking, you smoke. Well, I got addicted to it. And I wanted to get back active, running and everything. He said, well, you just got to quit. He said, it's going to kick your butt for 3 or 4 days. And then after that, the withdrawals get, lesser and lesser. But this is why it's hard. We don't like hard. We want everything easy. That's human nature. We want the easier, softer way. So anything that's hard, we don't want anything to do with it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he said, sugar destroys your sexual activity. It does, man. It really does, especially as you get older. This is crazy. You guys are crazy. Willie Cook said, LOL, eating butt, that's sick. Yeah, but it's nothing anymore. When we were growing up, Willie, if you talked about licking butt, even licking a vagina, man, that was sick, right? But now that's just part of the conversation, over there. And you got, because I remember two of my friends. Hey, thank you, Willie, for that super chat. Two of my friends, they ran a train on a woman. And he's like, yeah, and Randolph made her lick his butt. And I was, he just talking to me like it was no big deal. I looked at him like, what? What would make you want? I don't want a woman's tongue coming anywhere near my behind. Nothing comes near my behind but toilet paper. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. But there was one guy, okay, over in the Philippines. They got rid of him. It's something necrophilia or something where he wants people to use the bathroom on him. Whether it was number one or number two, he liked that. He wants a woman to do it in his face and all that kind of stuff. People are sick, man. I don't know what he's talking about. Just shut your channel down. What are you talking about? He said, yeah, that's gay. He said, hence rising throat and mouth cancer, rising in men from HPV virus. Yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying, Laura, we made so many things natural now that are so unnatural. The food, everything. We can't even drink regular water anymore over there. Trying to get my children in America to drink regular water, it's like, man, it's like pulling teeth. Now over here, the kids drink a lot of water. He said, just add sugar to it. Yeah. I don't want that either. Yeah, they watch too much porn, man. He said it's sick. Robert, thanks for that super chat. He said the 30-day sugar challenge. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm 60. If the creek don't rise, I'll be 61 this month. I really have to start taking my health a lot more serious. Otherwise, it's just a matter of time. I don't want to lose my eyesight. I don't want to lose my ability to, you know, to screw. I want to be able to walk and I want to be in my right mind. Yeah, necrophilia. Yeah, that's what he is. They put him out of the Philippines. He was one of the guys that they put out, but that was his thing. Sick, man. He said some people have strange minds. And he does. He said, "Who doesn't like a stinky spread on your chest?" But see, you guys, we're gonna get rid of y'all. Don't bring that stuff on my channel. We're just talking about some stuff. But let's get back to um, being the man, being responsible, being dependable, and how that's supposed to translate into her treating you better in America, but it doesn't. Especially when in the bedroom. You doing all of this and then you still got a big, oh, I don't feel like it tonight and all that. Or we just did it last week. I'm sore and or whatever it is. But here it's different. If you holding it down, you're responsible, you're dependable, you're taking good care of business over here. You haven't seen a freak. You don't know what good love making is. And it's on a constant basis. It never stops. He said the main thing is to make sure your pancreas is healthy. That's what breaks down your sugar in your body. Yeah, but how long would it be able to do that? Man, look, guys, sugar's not good for you, okay? We can keep debating this all day we want. Keep on eating it if you want to. But as your level of performance and your health starts going down, it's going to be attributed to your diet and what you're eating, man. We got a terrible diet. I remember when I was little and you say, you are what you eat. I could not understand that, but I do now. I understand it very, very clearly. Hey, Win Rider Stillwise, he said, your motto is if you don't know anything, you know one thing. When you help somebody, you help yourself. I'm going to help you, bro. I'm out. I'm out. Thanks for the live chat. You might appreciate it in my life. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I say if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. That's universal law. When you help other people, you help yourself. It's just as rigid as gravity. It's the same thing. And the longer you have to wait, okay, the bigger the reward. Okay, that's true. Because it's interest compounded upon interest. I told y'all the story. I gave a friend of mine 2 bags of old clothes, used clothes, because he had no clothes. 4 years later, it was his sister who was the underwriter on my first house loan. If it would have been anybody else, they would have turned it down. Okay, so the universal law, not some person, turned 2 bags of old clothes into a dream house for my family because my application was done. They screwed it all up. This woman made them go back and correct every mistake because he told her, he said, yeah, he saw my sister at church and told his sister, yeah, that's Calvin Roach's sister. And she said, Calvin Roach. His file's on my desk. I didn't even know his sister. That's universal law. It's not all a coincidence. Do you know how many underwriters it is in the state of Kentucky? You know how many banks it is? Okay, there's nothing coincidental about that. Let's see. Oh, here, Marvin. Thanks for that super sticker. But yeah, there's clearly defined roles over here. Everybody knows their job. And when you know your job, everything runs smoothly. The house runs smoothly. I don't know how to wash clothes by hand. So all of a sudden, they want me to wash clothes by hand. They're not going to get washed. They're going to get washed, but they're not going to get washed well. But I do know how to earn out. I do know how to earn money and pay bills on time. So why don't I do that instead of washing clothes? Okay, and then they don't wash dishes with hot water. So I don't know how to wash dishes without washing them in hot water. So just let them do it. I'm not trying to come over here and reinvent the wheel. This is what we do. We come over here, and the guy was asking a question earlier. Or these women in the big cities being westernized. Yeah, we're westernizing them. Yeah, it's deadly. And it's in everything. Bread, rice, all of that. That's what he breaks down. He shows you what's in these foods, these complex carbohydrates and stuff. Even wheat bread that everybody that's pushed off as being healthy. That's half glucose, half high fructose corn syrup. We're killing our damn self, but nobody cares. Yeah, we got sugar in fruit, I'm saying. Yeah, that's the right type of sugar. We're talking about this refined, manufactured stuff that they're feeding us what times it travels. Yeah, we do. Yeah, he said there is no debate. Increased sugar consumption leads to insulin resistance, which in turn leads to type 2 diabetes. He said added sugar is one of the worst things you can put in your body. Leads to all sorts of health problems. It does. And then, but now imagine if you told me that in the third grade, then I'd probably be cutting back. But that's the time when they get you addicted. That's usually how that indoctrination works. It works with everything like that, religion and all of that. Anything that they really want you to know and to believe, when they try to force their beliefs on you, they do it to you when you're young. So then when you get old, you're afraid to throw off those beliefs. White supremacy, all that kind of, all these crazy ideologies that are out here, they do it to you when you're little. Most of what we have in our subconscious mind up into a certain age, I think 80% of it is put in there by outside forces, your mother, your principal at school, your teachers, your preachers, and all that. It's not your thinking, it's not your beliefs. But at some point in your life, you're going to get old enough to be able to think for yourself. You got to say, hey, this stuff don't make sense to me. And you got to have the courage enough to get rid of it if you want to live a happy life. But now, universal law didn't happen in church, dude. I don't know who you are anyway. I'm keeping you around, but you're this close to getting put off here. Yeah, rice, breads, cakes. Yeah, that's what he was talking about because of the starch. Some of it has some um, nutritional value because he had a little green line on that. But for the most part, you get rid of that stuff. It's not good for you, weight gain and all that. He said, if you lift weights daily, well, what do you mean lift weights daily? How much weight? Walk 15,000 steps and ride 10 miles on your bike every day. Have a V taper and six pack, and then you can eat all the sugar you want and you'll still be insulin sensitive. Yeah, well, who's going to do that? That's all I'm saying. People don't even want to go for a brisk walk in the park, let alone ride 10 miles. Did you see all the stuff you're saying, Wandering Doc? How many people that 60 and over is doing all that? They're the exception, for sure. Yeah, you're the exception. He says, how are beef prices in the Philippines? Quality any good? It all depends. When I was down in Zamboanga and Mindanao, they had good beef. I was eating T-bone steaks anytime I wanted. And it was fairly good. Now, are they getting, is that homegrown or are they getting it from Australia? Because the Philippines has a lot of new laws now about importing beef and everything, but they've got a damn good Brazilian cut beef that's popular here. But yeah, they're pretty good. I ate, the last time I was in Dumaguete, I had a filet mignon dinner for 469 pesos. Not anytime soon. He said, I just got here 50 years ago. We didn't have the obesity problem like we do today. Processed foods and bioengineering of foods are a big problem. Sugar is the big one. It's the most addictive thing. It is. This is all I'm saying. I'm talking about the over our lives. I don't want anything to have control over me, but it does. I mean, the first thing I would do when I got up in the morning was to drink a cup of coffee. I wasn't craving the coffee. I was craving the sugar because I like a lot of sugar in my coffee and cream. But today I haven't had a cup of coffee today. I did eat a big pineapple for breakfast, and they've got watermelon in there. I mean, I'm taking refined and processed sugar and added sugar and all that out of my diet. He said, sounds like we bring the West with us to the Philippines. Well, we do. We really don't have a choice. That's why when I did the video, see, y'all think I just be on here yapping. It takes a while to acclimate to these new countries you're going to, and specifically the Philippines. Because you bring it, it's going to take you a while to get rid of that. I say 5 years. It just depends on the person, though. But it takes a long, long time to get rid of that. This is something you had your whole life. You think all of a sudden you get off the plane, now all of a sudden you're going to change your diet, you're going to change everything that you do, you're thinking. No, it takes a while. That's why a lot of people can't make it over here. They don't give themselves enough time, Alvin. You're still living in the matrix when you get over here. It takes a long, long time. And we just don't give ourselves time enough. And he's like, oh, the Philippines ain't what I thought it was. Yeah, because you're still in America, or wherever you're coming from, up here. Still expecting everything to work the same way over here as it does there. The rules are the same over here as they're over there. They're not. It takes a long, long time, guys. So, just think it all the way through and just know that when you come over here, it's a long adjustment period. But yeah, you're exactly right about that. That's why when Filipinos say, "Oh, you're rich." Oh, no, I'm not. Because they told me I'm poor over there. Or I'm barely making it over there. Or whatever it is they tell you in your country. So when you come over here, I'm poor. Because you think, oh, if they think I'm rich, they're going to be asking me for something. There's nothing that you can tell the typical Filipino over here that will make him think you're not rich. Because relative to his situation, you're rich. There's no other way around it. He says people get tripped up as they age. Slowly after 21 to 25 years old, you need less calories, but more protein. Not attending to this leads to slow onset obesity and insulin resistance. We just got a messed up diet over there. It's that simple. Cokes, and then they come in with the diet Coke. Come on, guys. This is what I'm talking about, the evilness of the matrix, man. They're playing with your mind. They're treating you like little babies. A diet Coke? But they're pushing it off to us as being healthy. What else are they pushing off to you as being healthy? Like I said, wheat bread and whatever else. He said, yeah, most people are idiots. Well, they dumbed us down. And then when somebody comes along and speaks common sense and tries to help you, you look at them like you crazy. That's all. You're right. People don't want to hear the truth. He said, do you have type 2 diabetes or what? No. I'm addicted to sugar. Fitness Road Mitch, thanks for that super chat. I'm just addicted to sugar. I don't want to be addicted to anything. It has a control over my life, far too much control that I won't. It's like I do it subconsciously. The bread I've got is sweet in there. I've got pineapple jam. My peanut butter's got sugar in it. My coffee, everything. Because I love it. He said the people that say they lost 15 pounds when they moved to the Philippines, I call bullshit on that. It's 10 times harder to eat healthier in the Philippines than the United States. It's not really. I lost 30 pounds initially over here because the comfort foods aren't over here wandering, Doc. That's why when you get worried and stuff like that, you reach for certain food, macaroni and cheese. It's not here really. You got to look hard to find that. Candy yams and all that stuff we eat over there. The portions aren't big. It's hot over here. You walk a lot more and you're physically active more over here than you are in the United States. The United States is one of the most unhealthiest places on the planet, man. Y'all give America too much credit. I'm not anti-American. I'm just telling you the facts. See how many fat fuckers is over there? Can you hardly move? It's not 10 times harder. It's easy. It's actually easier. Because the food I'm eating here, the fish that we're going to eat for lunch, it's right out of the ocean. It's not from Kroger's freezer department. Yeah, that's right. We're taking 95% of the prescriptions in America. 95% of the prescriptions worldwide, because that's the answer. I had clients who were taking 3 diabetic medications, man. Like, which one's going to work? Hey, Fitness Road Mitch, thanks for that super chat. He said, then stop taking in sugar. Yeah, like more notice of the ingredients in the products you buy, or even make your own food like bread or vegetables and so on. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what the whole conversation is about. We're getting rid of sugar. Okay, that's what we're doing. There's no cutting down. I don't eat bread, no rice, no potatoes, anything like that. Well, when you say stuff like this, Larry, I'm not, are you a doctor? I mean, sugar's not good for you. It may not cause diabetes, but it don't help. It causes a lot of other stuff. If you realizing that your dick can't get hard anymore and you can't get around the way that you used to, arthritis and all that stuff, man, you're having liver problems. You can't sleep. Sugar's at the root of all that stuff, man. Try to put it down and see if you think I'm joking, and see how easy that is, and see that it doesn't have control of your life. So, the next time you see an alcoholic out there in the street or a drug addict, man, don't be so quick to put them down, because it's only because the drugs you using are are legal. Because they know sugar, the way they doctored it up and redefined it and everything like that, is a drug to keep you addicted. He said, well, they might F up a family bucket from KFC in their arteries. Only way they get their fingers shiny. What is he talking about? Yeah, he said, do you realize canola oil is not actually real? And a lot of that stuff, margarine. It's a lot of stuff that they got us eating, guys. It's not real. It's all processed. 50T Shades Darker says, I left at 185 and went up to 260 days, was eating, their wiener schnitzel, Sunday dinner, and all that fat stuff here. And all that fat stuff. Here it's fish and lots of vegetables. Yeah, I find it easier to eat cleaner here than in America. Thanks for that super chat, Fitness Roll Mitch. He says sugar does in turn cause diabetes due to overproduction on insulin in your body. But exercise and gym is your best friend, man. Yeah, but I think for a lot of people, because they're not going to exercise, the first step will be to get rid of the sugar. Put it down. Because they'll do that easier than they're going to go to the gym. A lot of us, we've given up, man, subconsciously. We're dead. They just haven't buried us yet. That's the truth, man. I'm not ready to die. I know I'm going to die, and I don't know what's on that other side. Okay? So I want to live. And I know the sugar's causing me a lot of problems. The Papa Smurf says sugar and preservatives are evil towards your body. Eat lots of fruit and vegetables instead. I was a type 2 diabetic last year. I no longer take any kind of medications. I drink lots of water. This is facts right here. Because a lot of times a woman wants to be good to you, but you're not ready. She wants to give you that thing, but you can't take advantage of it. You want to get with a young woman over here, you can't even get it up. You got to turn to some artificial solution. And all you doing is just sitting there beating a dead horse. I like these type of live streams because it's going to help people. Yeah, Twinkies, ding dongs, all that stuff that addict you to. He said genetics and being overweight causes diabetes more than sugar. Facts. Yeah, but how do you get overweight? It's sugar and everything. Sugar causes you to gain all that weight. It's in everything, guys. Sugar's a culprit for most of us. And since diabetes is not something that people, it's not, they had to acquire it. So their sugar, you're being affected by your granddaddy's sugar consumption. Yeah, Twinkies. But guys are talking about working out. Hell, you can't outwork a bad diet. This is something I've learned over my life. They go hand in hand. You can't outwork a bad diet. And that's why people get discouraged. You can't work out like a beast at the gym, then come home and eat a damn, chitlins and hog maw sandwich and think you're gonna be in shape. You had a brownout? He said, that's exactly what I imagined in the Philippines, way more pork. Yeah, but see, the problem is sugar's worse than pork. Hell, I take my chances with pork than I will sugar. I mean, none of it's good, but hell. He said, they don't even know what causes diabetes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you said genetics and being overweight. All that stuff, being overweight specifically is attributed to sugar. But let's go back before I get off here and talk about the question, who eats first in the house in the Philippines? It's never debated. The man eats first in the Philippines. And I mean men who are being responsible, who are being dependable, not these slackers. I'm not talking about them. Just because you're a man, that don't mean nothing. If you putting it down, if you holding it down like a real man, you supposed to eat first. That's an honor given to you. That's a privilege. They're saying, hey, we appreciate your hard work and sacrifice. It doesn't mean you eat and nobody else eats. We're talking about all things being equal and there's enough food in the house for everybody. I better eat first. Okay? I better get the choice pieces of meat, the biggest piece of chicken, or whatever it is. Because it starts and ends with me, with the man. The food we got in our food stamps didn't buy it. Okay? AFDC didn't buy this house. But we come over here because we've been beat down and everything. We think that men have no purpose anymore, only just to create babies. There's no value placed on us over in the West. But you can do the exact same things you do in the West and come over here and your whole circumstances will change. Because it's not you, it's the circumstances. He said, Cal, do you believe in the afterlife or something? No. But I don't know, that don't mean it's, I don't know, I don't think your spirit ever dies, but I just think you go back to wherever you came before you were born. I just don't believe in a streets made of gold and all that. I don't believe that we're going to be walking around a throne singing, you know, Jesus loved me 24 hours a day. I don't believe that. Okay. I just believe that we all go back to nature. Okay. The groundhogs got to eat. I think it all plays a part. You know, but no, I don't follow any type of religion. I used to my whole entire life. You know, it's a whole story that I could tell. I could do a great video about how I even came to that conclusion. But it would offend too many people. It would offend Filipino people because it was only when I started coming over here that I stopped believing that stuff. I'm like, look at all these people, man, all these nice people that they work so hard. They're some of the most faithful and God-fearing people on the planet, man, and look at what that gets them. Yeah, good diet is more important than exercise. They work hand in hand. You need them both, but you either got one or the other, and some of us don't have either. Yeah, he said the biggest piece. Yeah, I get the biggest piece. You know, Marilyn does that automatically, though. I don't have to tell her. Okay? If y'all think I'm joking, man, it's always been that way. It's any woman I've ever dealt with over here. When it's time to eat, they fix my plate first. So what you think they only do that for foreigners? No, they do it for Filipino men too. There's no food stamps over here, man. The man is putting it down over here. He's handling his business over here. And this is their way of saying, hey, we'll appreciate that. Thank you. You know, so we're going to give you the food when it's hot. What piece of chicken you want? Yeah, he said that's a traditional value. You have to understand the mindset. But we don't. We with this 50-50 bullshit over there. Oh, if you cook, I'll wash the dishes. That's bullshit to me. Y'all guys want a traditional woman, but you don't want to be a traditional man. You know, let me take care of what I'm good at taking care of, which is earning the money and paying the bills. That's what I'm good at. Okay. I don't know how to cook a roast. I don't know how to wash clothes by hand and all that other stuff. I can't, you know, they mop the floor with a wash rag. I can't do that. I'm not good at that. So there's clearly defined lines. I'm going to stay over here and do what I do. I'm staying in my lane. And they appreciate that. Hell, we've retired the lady in her prime. She no longer works. We got to give her some purpose. We got to have some meaning. Okay, I'll take care of the house or whatever it is, you know. I am. He said, are you retired in the Philippines? I am. I retired at age 55. My only regret is I wish I would have retired at 50 because I'm going to tell you why. Because a guy who is very intelligent, he said, you know, Cal, I'm over here. I love the Philippines. Him and his wife, they live here now, living a grand life. He said, but when we turn 70, that's 61 right now. You know, if the creek don't rise and everything, being everything, at 70 years old, we're going back to the States. He said, because, you know, it's going to be a matter of healthcare now. Okay. And it makes a lot of sense. If you retire early, you can have all the best and then go on and ride off into the sunset in your home country. But if you come over here with a bad heart, type 2 diabetes, and all that, you blind in one eye, can't see out the other. I don't get that. I don't understand why people do that. But yeah, Marilyn came in here. I guess she's ready for a birthday present. Are you, Marilyn? Are you ready for your birthday present? You know what birthday present. Yes, Marilyn's birthday today. She turned, how old are you, Marilyn? 24. She says she's 24. Hey, Mr. Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He said, cancer feeds on sugar. Sugar also increases the odds of getting dementia. It's a lot of stuff, man. There's no good, there's nothing good about refined sugar. I mean, if y'all want to, if you like pancakes with, all that syrup, then hey, do it. It's your life. I'm just telling you that I'm making some changes. My father died at 61. My mother died at 62. They both had bad habits and they both had bad uh, health. My father drank and my mother smoked. I do neither. I want to live, man. Imagine, I'll be 61 this month. And I know my father was not ready to die. That's why he was so angry. He knew he was going to die. He didn't want to die. He wasn't ready to die. He said, rectal cancer is something I don't wish on my worst enemy. Yeah, natural sugar is bad. It is. He said, because it's living into death in a nursing home or having some form of freedom until they drop. He said, because it's living. I don't know what he's saying. Oh, okay, because it's living. You see, that's why they come over here to do it. You say that's the reason they come over here in that condition. Well, how? If you're in that bad of shape? I mean, what do you mean? What kind of living are you doing? I'm not discouraging people. I'm just saying, wouldn't it make sense to retire as soon as you possibly can? But we want to work up to the last minute because we're worrying about money. You can't take it with you. And people say, well, I'm going to work as long as I'm healthy. But then the minute you start working, now you're not healthy. You work till you're 65. How long do you think you're going to live, man? Talk to me before I get off of here. Y'all working all the way up to 67, 70. How long do you think you're going to live? Are you talking about the quality of life or the quantity of life? This is what I'm talking about, the quality of life. Because dead is dead. But you guys are out of touch with reality, man. You work till you're 67. What do you think? You're going to live another 67 years to enjoy your retirement? You're probably going to retire. You're probably going to enjoy it for another 10 years. And that's it. And most of that, you're not even going to be able to enjoy it. Somebody's going to be taking care of you. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, 10 years if you're lucky. What? Milk. Okay, well, tell Lola to make you milk. Kevin Jenkins says, happy birthday. Hey, Cal, that's a great thumbnail. It shows brotherhood and unity. Yeah, we had a good time at the meet and greet. And those were all men. And they all get served first over here, which is the tradition in the Philippines. It's nothing we're trying to change. I'm not trying to change the Philippines. I came over here. There's a lot of things I liked about it. And some things I had to get used to. But he checked all the boxes with me. Thanks for that super chat, Fitness Roll Mitch. He said, what's your view on assisted dying? Meaning they help you die, the doctors and so on. Well, no, I'm not with that. But, it's all about keep giving people choices, right? The right to choose. So in that way, I wouldn't argue with anybody who wants to die on their own terms rather than suffer. I'd rather just lay in the bed as as a damn paperweight or something. Yeah, so as far as that's concerned, Frank Tate says, I retired at 52 and have loved all of this time off the hamster wheel. See, that's what I'm saying. But most of us, we don't even get to enjoy our retirement. You retire and then you die. You get sick. Or you go into the nursing home or something. Paul Stanley, thanks for that super chat. He said, if you were to check out tomorrow, would you be buried there at Kentucky? It doesn't make a difference to me, but more likely I want to die at home. And most of us do. Some guys are unfortunate enough not to die at home, but the majority of people, expats, they eventually go back home. I did a whole video on that. It's true. Eventually you go back home. This isn't permanent, really. But if you retire at 50 and you get a good 20-year run over here in the Philippines, you build houses, you raise kids, you start businesses, you make the Philippines a better place for you haven't been here, then hey, that's a good run. Okay, you change as many lives as you possibly can. I think that's a good run. But if I was to die over here, it wouldn't. Dead is dead. Okay, I don't plan on dying here. He said mortgages and big car payments are modern slavery. Don't do it. It doesn't matter. 20 to 40, earn that cash, then get out. But that's the problem. That's the big problem. We're consumers over there. I told you I had a good friend. I grew up with him, man. He's older than me. So if I'm 61, he just turned 62 and bought this brand new truck. It's his money. It's his life. But I'm like, man, you're retiring. Why you want to spend another 7 years worrying about those payments and everything that goes along with that truck? It's a nice truck. I'm just glad I got out of there, man. I don't think the same. You can't change the Philippines, but the Philippines sure can change you. And it sure has changed me. Yeah, that's where I am, 53 shades darker. But we don't make those type of decisions. We're going to these football games, basketball games, buying all this old Trump jewelry, and that ain't really worth a quarter. Yeah, he says assisted dying should be all right. I don't want to give my savings to hospitals. Yeah, I agree with that. It should be all right. Because they could have kept my mother alive longer, which they probably did anyhow. They can keep you alive, man, and drain that Medicare and all that. He says, if I'm being kept alive by machines, what kind of life is that? Let me go, preferably in my sleep. Yeah, I just think death is death. Live now, guys. Don't worry about dying. We worry too much about dying that we can't even live. Most of you are watching this are not living. You're worrying about the mortgage payment, about the car payment, like this is says. You're worried about your health because you're not taking better care of yourself. You're not living, man. I'm living. I'd be damned if I come all the way over here to the Philippines. I'm 8,000 miles away from home and everything I love, everything I grew up with. I'm going to be happy, man, no matter what it takes. If it takes getting off sugar and going through a few days, a couple of weeks of withdrawal, then so be it. Hey, Jose Villanova. I hope I pronounced that right. Thanks for that super chat. He said, happy birthday to Maryland. Natural coconut drinks on me. Oh, man. That's a good sugar, right? Is that sugar in that? But yeah, I'm going to go in here and eat fish. What's in there? Fish. The kind I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the kind of that?
Legal.
Legal, which is like red snapper. It's delicious. Okay. He says, I did that. If there is dark blood in stool, then you need to go to the doctor. Fresh red blood allegedly is about a wound or something. Just researching. I've heard so much about colon cancer. Yeah, the guy just said cancer feeds off sugar. But thank y'all so much, all your super chats, super stickers, your memberships, man, all your support, man. Whenever you watch one of my videos, man, that's supporting me. Thank y'all so much. You know, we're going to enjoy Marilyn's birthday today because it's my birthday every day. But it's hers today. She won't have to cook this evening. We'll go out to dinner. And then, you know, it'll be my birthday when we go to bed. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Where are you going on your honeymoon, 53 Shades Darker? Are you going anywhere? And don't do anything stupid, like drink all that Coca-Cola and stuff, man. Y'all know it ain't good for you. What?